Alright, in this video we're going to do problem number 21 on the free ATI TEAS math practice test that I have posted over at www.bcraftmath.com. Number 21, a cylinder has a diameter of 12 inches at its base. The height of the cylinder is 1.25 feet. What is the volume of the cylinder in cubic inches? Use 3.14 for pi and round your answer to the nearest cubic inch. Even though this cylinder here is technically tilted over on its side, think of taking a Campbell's soup can and knocking it over on its side. The circles that we have here on both ends, those are the bases, regardless of how the can is sitting. Therefore, the diameter of the base, the distance all the way across that circle, is 12 inches because that is the diameter. Be careful there. The height of the cylinder is 1.25 feet. Even though this cylinder is toppled over, this is the height. Technically, the height of a cylinder is the distance between the two bases of the cylinder. Therefore, the height of the cylinder is 1.25 feet. Let's find the volume. The formula for the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h. So we're going to take pi times r squared times h. But let's be very careful. We want our answer to be to the nearest cubic inch. Notice we have 12 inches here, but we have 1.25 feet here. That's a big no-no when you go to do geometry. You want to make sure all of your measurements, your units of measurement, are the same. Inches and feet, they're not the same. And take note, since we want our volume to be to the nearest cubic inch, we need to make sure everything is in inches to make our computation easier. 1.25 feet is the same thing as 15 inches. A quick way to convert feet to inches is to take the number of feet you have and multiply it by 12. Since there are 12 inches in 1 foot, well, we have a little bit more than 1 foot. We have 1.25 feet. 1.25 times 12 is 15. This is going to be the height of our cylinder in inches. Let's also be very careful here with this 12 inches. If the diameter is 12 inches, we need the radius for our formula. You can take the diameter and divide it by 2 to find the radius of the base. Therefore, the radius is 6 inches. So now we can plug everything in. The problem states to use 3.14 for pi, take your radius, which was 6 inches, and square it, and then take your height of 15 inches. We want to multiply all of this stuff together. Now, something to note here, the reason why I'm writing these units of measurement, because if you take inches and you square it, you have square inches times another inch here gives you the cubic inch, which is actually what volume is measured in, cubic units. Now let's just multiply 3.14 times 6 squared. One way to do that is to say times 6 times 6. Of course, you could have multiplied by 36 as well. That's the same thing. And then let's not forget to multiply by 15. And you should be getting this number right here when you multiply 3.14 times 6 squared times 15. But since we want to round this to the nearest cubic inch, that means the nearest whole number. So our volume is approximately 1,696 cubic inches, since we want to round to the nearest cubic inch. And there you have it, the volume of a cylinder. Now, do you need to memorize this formula? I would say, yeah, add it to your arsenal of geometric formulas. And a way to break this down and get you to think about it is volume of a cylinder. Really what you're doing is you're taking the area of a circle, pi r squared, and then you're multiplying it by the height. Maybe that will help you remember the volume of a cylinder. Pi r squared is the area of the circle times the height of the cylinder. And that's it for this video. I hope it helped.